Good job. You blow bubbles. I'm catching the bubbles. Pop. You can say Donald. Donald.
So our main goal, or any goal of an ABA program, is to better the quality of life for a child with autism. There has been a need for desensitization programs, in my experience, really since I've started the field. When I came to Miami in 2008, I was working desensitizing children to everyday household items like a vacuum cleaner or a hair dryer. And then I started working on haircuts.
Let's put on your... Okay.
With a haircut, it may be the water that's sprayed on the child's hair, it may be the hair falling on the child's skin, it may be the chair moving up and down, it may be the cape.
9, 10.
We expose the child to each stimuli while pairing it with a preferred item, activity, or food. With Jacob, we provide him access to the iPad while he is also receiving the scissors around his head or while he's also wearing the cape. Once the child's no longer reacting to that stimuli, then we go ahead and move on to the next stimuli.
I found cookie there.
An important part of the program is to also train the parents on how to manage some of these reactions to these stimuli because it comes up often within their daily life.
We're gonna brush our hair. Yes, we brush our hair. We wash, and then we...
So we've been doing ABA with GBS, which is Priscilla Deal, leading our program, and therefore when we've noticed his sensitivity, so he stopped wanting to get haircuts and making it a really big deal. So one of the things that we were focused on this year was working on all his sensitivity items, which focus around his head.
We're not finished yet. We're only on 8.
Look, they're in the boat. Good job.
Jacob struggles with a couple of sensitivity items. He doesn't mind being touched, but he does. He did struggle very lightly with brushing his hair and heavy clothing like coats, sweaters, raincoats. So part of his therapy process has been to desensitize. He actually has sat through the whole process of getting his hair wet, going through the motions of combing and the scissors. So this Sunday is the big test.
Okay.
So Jacob actually got haircuts probably until about the age of 2.5, without much issue, normal issues of a child, a toddler. But after that, it's been grandma cutting his hair in the bathtub with everyone around him trying to keep him entertained.
We had to redirect his focus from us cutting his hair to the water and toys in the bathtub in order to at least trim his hair so he can see. Because it would grow over his eyes and he'd always be looking up. And he couldn't see his eyes for his therapy.
So what I did was, so Mom, I need you to ease the anxiety, okay? And we're just gonna act like everything's fine.
Not every child will respond the same way. That's why they do different interventions, to be able to capture what the issue is and try to overcome it. Because the biggest issue with autism is those barriers that are created. It just becomes part of their life.
It is a continual process. Can't just forget about it. You do have to keep on forcing the proper behavior and reward from the training that we receive, because if you don't keep on repeating it with him, he will eventually revert.
I think Jacob's a kiddo that's probably going to need desensitization to different things throughout his entire life, which is why it's so important that the parents are trained on these procedures. Training the community, the salons or the dentists, them being familiar with the process of desensitization. That way, any child that they come across that has autism, they're also able to help.
Very beautiful and handsome. You're such a good role model.
Yeah.
guys go.